You know, she represents our democracy and our values. And one of those values is free votes.
Sure.
And these students... restrictions online.
There are a lot. There's always
a third wave. And already we're seeing, as you say, you know, rising infection. And Lancashire is one of those areas. And they're now going to receive extra help to tackle a rise in the Delta variant there. We can speak to the own, of course, long COVID is a problem that affects us here on the programme because of course, of our colleague Kate and
That's right.
Water. Why is Northern Ireland not allowed to share our chilled meats? The deal hadn't taken account of the unique situation of Northern Ireland, or this is the EU in Northern Ireland. If they were going to go down to, they'd underestimated the kind of problems that they were. Tell us what it would change for people convicted of being responsible for the death of an emergency services worker. Get a life sentence with a minimum term if you were found guilty of murder. A tiny number of whole life orders which are ever given out. It's a very controversial issue, and it's one about being issued a life sentence is that you would then effectively be monitored. You'd always be under that sentence, like justice, because I think what you feel, Lissy, is you were robbed of justice. Become a special constable yourself. And you were just telling me that effectively means you're exactly the same responsibility when you talk to somebody who had the worst, lowest, darkest, sort of unpublicised work of police officers.
Well, good morning. Hello. Good morning. It's just gone 6:30. Welcome to the programme.
Plenty of outrage this morning. Outrage over the Queen being cancelled.
If you're watching, you won't be watching if you're at Magdalen College. You'll be asleep. You won't be awake till about 9, 10 o'clock. Anyway, but assuming that you are, would you rip this up, Cash? I mean, actually, I can't help but think this is a wind-up. Because it's so stupid.
About it. Annie on Twitter, they should cancel Oxford University. Just let's point out, it's just one college and it's just one
bunch of students. Have they not heard of the Commonwealth? Do they not know what the Commonwealth is? Amongst the brightest in the land. It's Magdalen College.
Beverly says, absolute joke. Where's the loyalty to this country and our Queen? The worrying thing is
But listen, let's talk about Andrew Lloyd Webber. He might be going to jail. Lloyd Webber, he might be doing some jail time because he's defying the government. He's saying that as of the 21st, whatever the government... Susanna and I were saying before the show, we were talking about it, and we were agreeing that, I mean, basically, in a democracy, we are governed by consent. And in terms of lockdowns...
When, for instance, we saw Neil Ferguson or Dominic Cummings break the lockdown, there was overwhelming outrage that they'd done it. And then every time that lockdown of the Calypso restaurant in Blackburn, David Wilson.
I'm fine.
They've been trekking across China. Nobody knows quite why they're doing it, but they've been tracked all the way by drones, and they've been looked at. All programmes this morning are getting it to the Magdalen College decision to take the picture of the Queen down. Andrew on Twitter.
Unfortunate for your family.
In the list, I had a long chat. I did that actually only yesterday. They thought actually we'll just go ahead. So it's what it's done.
Still to come are these padded and Real Housewives of Jersey star Tessa Hartman. You're watching Good Morning Britain on ITV. Let us know what you think and we'll see you in a moment. It is competition time now. Andy is live for us this morning.
Yes, hello, Good Morning Britain. It is just gone 7 o'clock.
Oxford University students have voted to remove a portrait of the Queen from their common room because, in their words, she represents recent colonial history. The committee at Magdalen College also ruled that no images of the royal family should ever be used again unless voted upon first.
It's caused fury. The Education Secretary, Gavin Williamson's, waded in. He described the move as, quote, simply absurd. Pip Tom, as I said earlier, scorn, because it makes it's so unintelligent. It doesn't stack up for a second. But that's what students do. You know, that's their job, to wind us up.
And that's our main news. Here's Ranveer with the rest of the day's headline. The AstraZeneca. So he's one of the people who must think more than any of us. Yep. What was the point? We can't open everything up.
He's also getting on the front foot because earlier this week he said he was going to sue the government, didn't he? So he's threatening to sue them. He's defying
to make it
just about get into profit, and anything less than that, and it'll have to close.
You have some
look as if they've got breasts when they haven't. What do you think about that, his mum? I think it's disgraceful.
Well, I'm only the mum of boys, and I think that the challenges that mums of girls have are, you know, very different. And I'm glad not to have to be able to deal with them. But yeah, I mean, Nona certainly thinks so, and she's going to be joining us for our debate in an hour's time. Let us know what you think about that and the decision by Magdalen College to cancel the Queen. Let's get the news, travel and weather where you are now. See you in a moment. You both.
All right, still to come.
Can I just say, sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
I fully respect anybody's right to have whatever picture they want in their room or in their common room. I just don't think there are many 18-year-olds who probably have a picture of the Queen. So actually, you know, I think, do we accuse all teenagers of cancelling the Queen?
That's a very good point.
Because they haven't
got one.
Exactly right.
Yeah. I suppose it's the action of actually taking it down. Maybe they'll put it back up again. Anyway, still to come, we've got model Penny Lancaster. Now, as I'm